Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So, today I want to talk to you about honesty versus harm prevention. And by this, I mean, if you had to tell somebody the truth about something, but you knew it would cause them great harm, mentally, not physically so much, but mentally, would you tell them, or would you hold that back, like just not say anything, or maybe even lie in order to protect them? And it's funny, I had a conversation about this with friends not that long ago, and some friends were very black and white. They would definitely tell them, or they definitely wouldn't tell them. Some friends were like, well, it all depends on what the situation is. Some friends were like, I have absolutely no idea what I would do. I'd have to be in this situation at the moment in time in order, and that's me. Like, I can't tell you. I'd like to be able to say I know what I would like to do, but to say categorically that that's what I would do at the time, yeah, no, I have no idea. So, and I was thinking about this not that long ago. Around the same time. And I was thinking, so many of the beliefs that we drag into our adulthood that cause us strife are things that were told to us in our childhood that either didn't happen the way we remember them to have happened, or were so soul-crushing that it put an indelible stamp into our psyche that we, weren't enough in some way, shape, or form. We didn't sing well enough. We didn't draw well enough. We didn't, get along with other people well enough. Whatever the thing was, right? Somebody told us some version of their truth. So it just takes something like drawing. Okay, you hear so many people say, "Oh, I'm not creative," or "I can't draw," or whatever. And often that comes from somebody having said something to them when they were younger. And this is the thing that we do, especially as children. And then it morphs in our messed up brains somehow. And then okay, before I get too far down that rabbit hole. Okay, so as a child, somebody's drawing a picture. And somebody says offhandedly, "What's that?" And the child says, "Oh, that's a flower." And the person says, "Well, that doesn't look like a flower. A flower, if you want to draw a flower, draw it like this." And they show them how to draw a flower. Some kids are like, "Oh, cool, thanks. Now I can draw flowers." Some kids are like totally crushed because in their mind that was a perfectly good flower. And so that comment then switches to, through probably 12 different steps, that I can't draw. And that becomes almost like a law in that child's mind until, well, maybe forever, or maybe until they realize that they want to go back and try to draw again. And maybe they take classes, and maybe they just pick it up from a book, or maybe they just open a book and have a pencil and start to draw. But somehow these small little things that we say, without giving them much thought, morph into our brain into a universal truth that we stamp ourselves with. And so, I'm thinking about this, I've got this granddaughter. Now my granddaughter's only 8 weeks old, so I have a lot of time to get this right. But particularly as parents, or as caregivers, or even teachers, anybody, we're just humans, right? We sometimes say things in an offhanded manner that don't mean anything and it doesn't mean anything to us, but it can change the trajectory of somebody's life. That's how strong words are. And not only that, because once they've been said, they can't be taken back. We all know that. But not only that, it's like people take them in and then mold them somehow in their brain to mean something that may not have ever been the intention of the way that they were expressed. So how do we as a human species even deal with that? Like, anyway, I put it to you. Would you tell somebody the truth? And if so, how? Or would you not say anything or even lie in order to protect their feelings? That's my musing for the day. Have a great one, everyone.